They
It's
didn't miss
fine.
anything anyway.
We only missed the recap. It's okay.
Not a big deal. So, yeah. I mean, kind of up to you guys now. Where would we like to go?
There's 100% chance of thunderstorms for me in the next hour.
Oh,
Very
fun.
nice.
Very cool. We have storms planning to come through in the next 2 days here as well.
Tornado
We're
warning.
We're working our
Oh,
way out
yeah.
of the ones that we had, so.
I guess we find the nearest safe port to head to.
That can be done quite easily.
Wherever the nearest safe place to drop her off at.
You know what? Whatever. We're just gonna call it New Vegas. Is where you're gonna go.
Boo.
What? You have a problem with New Vegas?
No. I have a problem with unoriginality.
Where
You're
have
in
you
the
been the
wrong
last
group. Your captain is named Jack Sparrowhawk.
What do you mean? It's completely different. Do not steal. Never mind. Also, Drake Dolphin.
Don't actually know
Yeah.
what that's from.
Think about what he wants, or think about what he wants to be, or like what he's really good with.
He's from the ocean, clearly.
It's probably a reference to something that I don't know.
I believe he used to live in a pineapple under the sea.
No.
What? Nautical nonsense is something you wish. Let's just be honest here.
I'm not flopping her. I'm not hop. Or God, I'm not. God, I forget what the hell the line is.
We lost it.
Soiled it.
The plot. No.
Can you keep it going?
Yeah.
What is it a reference to?
Hickman.
That would be why I don't know it.
I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised.
I've never played.
Never played.
Well, the name of Captain Olamar's ship is the SS Dolphin, and the name of the ship that Alf, Brittany, and Charlie fly in Pikmin 3 is the SS Drake.
Oh. Okay.
So you wouldn't have put that together.
I don't know if I would have put that together even if I had played Pikmin 1 and 3.
Oh, so you're a nerd.
What? Me? A nerd?
Never accused me of being a nerd.
Yeah, I can't believe you would accuse me of that, friend playing Starfinder with me on the weekend.
For the fifth consecutive year.
Could be worse. Could be a weep.
Hey.
What? I'm not the one who's the Naruto fanboy.
Oh my.
Shinderu.
Oh man.
I'm still trying to find that shrine to Rock Lee that you have somewhere in your house.
It's well hidden. Probably under a leaf. But anyway.
That was an amazing joke.
I know. Everyone laughed. I could tell. It was amazing. That's why I just kept going.
I loved it. I personally loved it.
That's just whatever the closest reputable port is, I guess.
It's New Vegas, not Not sketchy at all.
Not affiliated with any Fallouts.
No, not at all. This one is new, obviously. And it's in the title. See?
Yeah,
New
it's-
Vegas.
It's newer than Old Vegas, but older than slightly newer Vegas.
Exactly. Look, there's a few different New Vegases. They just keep adding to it as they go. All right.
This is a New Vegas star cluster.
Yep. You gotta go somewhere to relax. And what better place to hold casinos than places that aren't regulated?
I mean, I've heard it's a pretty rad place.
But the house always wins, so you know. But yeah, we can start heading on over there.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan. All right. We'll just lead
Did we get a
on
name for
into-
this girl?
Let me see. Did I write one down?
No, don't name her. We'll try to keep her.
Says the man with a cat.
That's the problem. You named it.
It named itself.
Even
Believe
worse.
us.
That sounds like a skill issue.
I think I named her Willa.
That sounds right.
I mean, I don't know if the name ever got brought up.
I believe she told you.
It sounds familiar.
And someone mentioned some Diablo nonsense, and I was like, that's not true at all.
Look, I'm just surprised that I remembered the Twinkie bit.
That is true. And it definitely wasn't Cypherx. That's what we figured out.
Definitely not. Just ignore the sponge cake crumbs falling from the sides of his mouth.
It's been 2 weeks since that session. I'm lucky to remember my character name.
All right.
Wait, who are you again? Oh no, big ship.
Yep, a bigger ship.
Bigger means easier to hit.
Maybe.
Allegedly.
I mean, that's literally how the rules work. So
Not always.
Well, I mean, it could also be harder to penetrate.
lewd.
True.
That's what she said.
Damn
I
it,
really-
Matt.
Yeah.
I
You
realized
beat
it
me
halfway.
to it.
I realized it halfway. I'm like, nah, just commit.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. So yeah, you guys start passing by each other, and then yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and a ping off your shields happen, and yeah, you're getting attacked.
Hmm.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
You meet a random spaceship, and they're attacking you.
Have any decals or anything that we recognize?
They have like a beast face on their head on the ship, and like a skull on the front, like a skull decal.
Is it pirate crew that we recognize?
Yeah, the Beast Raiders. I'm just gonna call them that.
Sure. Famous for winning the Beast Wars.
Of course.
That does sound like a 90s Saturday morning cartoon.
Because it was. But yes.
Beast Wars was, not Beast Raiders.
Yep. I've been waiting on Purge to upload something to a server. He found the Pirates of Darkwater. I can't wait to watch that. But yes, we're going to start with engineering phase.
Let's see.
Oh my goodness.
I'm probably gonna do precog. We're still level at level like we
8?
did. Yeah, because so God, I have to remember what the freaking roll is because it's been 2 weeks.
Should be a mysticism check. DC 10 plus 1.5 starship tier.
If you want me to repost
That'll
the
work.
GM binder thing.
Oh, it's still in pinned
It's
messages.
pinned.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I pinned it because I needed to pull it up every week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty useful. I'm so
Oh.
glad somebody posted this.
I'm not gonna
No.
lie, it's helped me out a lot.
It doesn't seem to be loading for me.
You pass.
Rip.
Any other engineering phase you want to do?
I could engineer, but I was thinking about just scanning them, just
could be
cause
useful.
like the fuck.
It is first turn, so nothing's technically happened that would require engineering.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the only other things that you could realistically do would be divert to engines or divert to guns.
Yeah.
But
Server to
scanning, I
guns
think,
has worked pretty well for you in the past.
Yeah.
right, but scanning also probably would be good to have info on what we're shooting at.
Would be helpful. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll go ahead and scan for right now.
Okay, so we'll move to piloting phase because that is when that happens. So we'll make our piloting checks as well. Starting off strong, let's go.
Well done.
Even with the +2. Slightly better space roll. But computers check. All right, for scanning. Excellent. What do you wish to know?
It's a pretty solid thing. I think he gets a couple things out of that, right?
He gets a few out of that, yeah. Okay, the site finally loaded.
One segundo.
Okay, the DC is 5 plus 1.5 times the target's starship tier plus the target's defensive countermeasures.
Yep,
Unless that's been
there.
errated, I don't remember.
Defensive countermeasures. DC.
It seems fine. It doesn't look broken on the surface.
I mean, it's just
personally,
scans, so.
yeah.
Yeah. DC is 10 plus tier sure plus bonus. So that is that. You roll a 37. Good God.
He almost crit on it.
For every 5 by which we succeed, we get an additional piece of information.
All right, I might as well just read it to you.
All right, you figured out what ship this is.
Okay. This is easy enough. Ugh. All right. Let me see. Basic living, ship characterization, size, speed. Okay, it's obviously large. Bam. Maneuverability is average. Let's see. AC 22. Target lock is 20. HP 170. Shields total of 90, 24, 22, 22, 22. Front, left, normal ways.
Mm-hmm.
And then They have a heavy laser cannon and a particle beam at the front. They have a coil gun at the aft. And they have a turret with high explosive missile launcher.
Mm.
Let's see. Power core is about 200. Signal boosters, long range sensors, crew quarters, Tetranode, K5, MK6 armor, K5 defenses. Cargo. They have 4 cargo holds. So
their weapons. How many of them are long range?
the missile launcher. Pretty sure you guys had a coil gun at like 20, so that would be one. I think most of these are
Okay.
like 10 to 20. So yeah.
Okay.
I think the particle beam is super long range, if I remember correctly.
God damn, we're not even gonna be able to like.
They
type
only have a
these
speed of 6.
I mean, yeah, but well,
They have a speed of 6, my friend. And I think you have a bit more of a speed advantage.
Yeah, we've got speed and maneuverability on them. We move twice as far, twice as efficient, or more efficiently than they do.
Hmm.
Yep, you
And
do.
like 3 times as much shields.
You do have more
Yeah.
shields than them, which is kind of crazy, to be honest. But hey, you guys did spend for it. So what am I to say you did stuff wrong, right?
Clearly. Clearly, I'm in the wrong here.
Well,
Anyway,
I mean, they're a bigger ship. Yeah, this is long. Particle beam is long range.
okay.
So
I'm going to advise that we try to stay on its sides as best we can.
I mean, that would work.
Other than we lost the piloting check for this round, so we have to move first. But
That's why I say
is-
as best we can.
yeah,
That is true. Please go ahead and move.
good luck with this one, crew.
Yeah, thanks. We still move 8, right?
I mean,
12.
I hate to point. I kind of hate to
12?
point this out, but there is more than one way to win a fight. Remember this.
We could just run away. We definitely
We do-
outspeed them.
Yeah.
We could board them.
We don't have any boarding weapons though.
We could just drag an asteroid and slam it into them again.
That would be funny if you found one, but there isn't any.
You
Haha.
said we moved 12?
12.
12 spaces with perfect maneuverability.
Yes.
Oh, okay, awesome.
We could also run away like little bitches.
I mean, we could just
There is
run.
nothing. There is nothing wrong with that, and there is no wrong answer to this.
Not that I think we would lose, but we do have this little girl with us that we are
Oh, you're gonna
ostensibly
say, like-
trying to protect.
Which side of the ship would you
We
rather?
are.
Either side.
I'm pretty.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Lucian would throw them at her. At
Um,
them.
prefer-
But-
preferably, the starboard side would be facing them. The right side.
Yeah.
I mean, you do outspeed them, and eventually you'll just like go
Yeah.
farther than they can keep up with.
Yeah.
So
Well, the problem is also they've got long range weapons, so they could get several pot shots off on us.
I mean, we could
Yeah.
be shooting them just the same.
you
Oh.
also have long range weaponry.
Yeah, we got on turret and then at a -2 for our torpedoes.
Okay.
But their
My drink is finished.
tracking lock, I think, was 2 lower than their AC, so it would be the same.
Yes.
Basically the same as a coal gun in that matter. But
Excuse you, it is a railgun now.
oh right.
There we go.
Forgot
They're
about
gonna
that.
point. They're gonna point their front at you.
Mm.
Color me surprised.
Whoa, a big ship with a large front gun wants to shoot you with it?
2 large
No.
front guns.
I mean, they're
Usually you got to pay extra for that type of action.
I don't think the heavy laser cannon is that far of a range. I'm gonna double check on myself while we move into gunnery phase. I know one will work perfectly fine. I'm just checking on the other one.
That one. It's a MK3 duo node, so that's a 3 bonus.
Heavy laser cannon
Yep,
is medium range, which I think is
like 10.
10.
think.
That sounds right.
I think short's like 5. And
Short is
medium's
5, medium is
10.
10, long is 20.
Yeah. So realistically, they only have like 2 weapons that can shoot you right now. There's a particle beam cannon. I cannot wait to use that.
You say it with a piccolo voice?
I was about to
No.
like it. These are just DBZ attacks at this point.
There's actually a persistent particle beam cannon as well.
I'm well aware of that one.
The Starship rules do say that you can fire longer
Beyond
than the range. You just
yeah.
take a cumulative penalty
Yeah,
for each
buttloads
increment,
of
like just like
penalties.
normal characters.
Yeah, I know.
But
you know,
it's not
they
even that big
are.
of a penalty, to be honest.
It's just like a -2.
It's just a -2 for each range increment, which is obviously pretty bad for short. But
Yeah,
you're probably close enough that that's not a big deal. Anyway, since Declan's not on yet, I guess Jack will be
really talking me into using that, aren't you?
Now who's co-DMing?
Not really. It's you guys. Oh, they no. Never mind. Wait, no. Let me go from this hex. Let me go from a fair hex, which is like in the middle of them. Oh, you're within range, so perfectly legitimate. Oh, they get. Oh my god, how many shots do they get? 2. Oh, I get to decide which ones.
There's only unless you want to fire the same gun. Well, no, you can't. You can only fire, or each gun can only fire once per.
They have 2
per
people
round.
shooting.
Right, but if you fired the other one, or, or fired the same gun twice, that second one would fire at a.
You can't. They're not going to.
I was
But
gonna say.
anyway, oh yeah, you're getting your precog rolls out. Ooh, those are pretty nice. Except for the 19's nice. All right,
nice.
they're going to shoot at you with a 8. Really? We're going to start with an 18. And a 22, which is probably not going to do it.
Against their what?
Regular AC.
Okay, well then, that one. Oh well. Please remember to use evade.
I was going to say it's a bit late to retroactively say that, but yeah, that is a meets it.
Sweet. They do the particle beam cannon. Does 23 damage to you.
To our starboard side.
Yep.
And I'm on the heightened magic torpedo unit.
I think so.
Starboard 23.
Yep.
That. Wait, where did that go? Yeah. Yeah, and then for your modifier, you use a 3.
Oof.
That's pretty good.
That hits him.
Yeah, and that is
That
really good damage.
Indeed. Let's see, 22, and then 21 damage.
Like
So
you were too shy of perfect damage on that.
Yeah. So we took 23.
I don't think I got through your
47.
shields.
Oh, not even
Nope.
close. Not even halfway through that shield.
Wow, you guys have really fucking good shields.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
70 on each quadrant.
Whoa, you guys hella upgraded your
You
shields.
sure
I need
did.
Just wait.
Yes.
What?
I realize it. Getting hit sucks.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. The logic does. The logic logics.
And
All
then
right.
upgrading is so cheap too.
It is. It's kind of nutty, actually. Like, yeah, you just have to do total SP. Good lord. And at, like, BP? God, man, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? It really isn't that expensive now that I look at it. Good lord.
Right? That's why I was like, yeah, okay, that's going up first.
Woo. All right.
Overpower.
Well, they have an engineering phase as well. We might as well do that.
That's
And
round that up.
I'm
And they don't pass.
Mm.
Womp womp.
Wow.
I'm gonna attempt Mystic Haze, and yeah, that fucking fails.
Yeah.
I am.
Though actually, I can re-roll that because by one of my
You
class.
could.
Should I use? Because I can only use that once per day. Should I, or should I save it?
I
You don't
mean,
get to burn resolve on it.
You do.
I do, but there's like a class action I can do to like redo a re-roll.
She pays once, and if she can use her ability to reroll if she wanted to.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my question is, what else would you use it on if not this?
Yeah.
You know,
Good question.
because the +1 AC that this gives would have kept us from getting hit last turn.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
rolled worse.
oh, that's fun. There's
So
there's a gnat in my drink, not the fiance kind, the insect kind.
I was about to say you're getting a little.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Anyway,
So the overpowered succeeded.
Yes.
yeah.
So that's 13 shields we restore from that, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Oops.
Basically, most of the damage they've done.
Yep.
Shields, weapons, engines.
And that increases our speed by 2?
Man, you
Si,
guys.
senor.
I'm gonna have to rethink how I'm going to approach you guys from now on.
And and all of our ones on our attack rolls become 2s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's do piloting checks, and they are going to attempt to evade as well.
So my
I'm just gonna combine mine into one roll, so I don't have to do it.
forget what
Piloting.
for evade.
Evade is 10 plus 1.5 times tier, so I think that actually fails the evade.
Yeah, that's only by 3 though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
So no
like a-
penalty.
no bonus.
penalty or
We just
anything.
move regularly.
Okay. Well, they 10 time and a half tier.
Isn't
You do
that
get
a
an
move?
extra 2 spaces though.
Yeah, we still get an extra 2 spaces. What were you going to say, Anna?
Doesn't
I
that
don't
meet
think
it?
they
It's a
pass.
9, no?
No.
A 1 or 10 plus 1.5 times. Our tier is 8.
5.
So our tier is 8.
8?
Yeah, because we're level 8 and it
The
averages our
starship
levels.
tier is the same as our
Yeah.
character level.
I never moved it on my sheet.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just calculating theirs. That'd be 4, that'd be 21. So they pass their evade. All right, well, you guys get to move first.
They have a lower tier than us?
Yes. Believe it or not, I don't throw equal tiers at you.
Oh, their ship itself is probably a more impressive model, but since the tier is based on character level,
Mm-hmm.
They got a bunch of schlubs on board.
bunch of schmucks.
Well, I mean, I'm not supposed to really throw like equal tier at you all the time.
Right,
That's
yeah.
not how the game is designed.
What do you mean? Where we fight tier 15s all the time right now.
The most dangerous thing you did was probably the stuff you put
Mm-hmm.
when in the fight where we were alongside Allison, but because
Yep.
most of them were gunning for Allison.
Oh, I overloaded that fight because
Yeah.
I was
Well,
specifically hunting something.
Yes.
well, yeah. We knocked a pretty good chunk of them out.
Yeah, we did better
Yeah,
than you
they
expected. You
were.
said.
Well, I didn't think you would take all of them, most of them out. To be honest with you,
Like
I held a few in reserve.
I was gonna say of the 5, I think it was like 3 that we took out.
Yeah, which is pretty good, considering that I followed the rule book on the levels and stuff they were. They were by no means should have challenged you. But anyway, you guys get to move first.
Ooh.
So where are we going?
Well, we have 14 moves this time.
I know. And perfect maneuverability. So basically, it's gonna be interesting.
Zoom.
There
That's
you go.
that's kind of what I thought you would do. And
Oh,
they
oh,
only have
not that.
6. So,
Why did they switch me to grabbing?
rotate. They're taking a chance. Yeah, see, you're gonna keep gaining on them, and pretty soon you're just gonna be able to jump away.
Oh,
Essentially,
if we want to.
that is true. You don't technically have to, but we'll go to
Oh,
gunnery phase.
except when you make us.
No, you're
Yes.
completely in the option.
Yeah, well, no, like one of the first fights, you're like, yeah, no, you can't run away.
No, I think I had like equal speed. Oh, I know why I did that, because I wanted you to get the mechanics down. That's why I told you don't run away.
Yeah, we were learning the mechanic of running away.
It's not how.
Oh, neat. So that's
Well,
The magic
One
hit.
torpedo is against tracking.
Oh, against tracking.
yes.
Well, then that will hit. Jeez. They did a 22 and a 22. That roll.
Well, I mean, we hit them with a 19 and a 25.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to
And
be
the 22s are against our
30.
AC.
Yep. Said meets it beats it last time. So
Mm-hmm.
so that's going to be 20. That's 20 plus 5 plus 9 is 34. Well, they'll take that on the chin. But they get 2 hits in. So let's do my damage. 4d8 for the particle cannon. Not the the heavy laser cannon. Oh wait, hold on. Let me recalculate that before you take it. Uh Nope, that one would miss -2 outside of range.
Oh, yeah, right.
Then I'll just roll the particle beam. 8d6 again. 26 damage this time. Hey, I rolled some 1s and some 6s and balanced it out.
Okay, starboard should be down to 34 then.
All right, I know what I need to do next time. This is getting out of hand, and I'm going to get it back in hand. Not going to make you adjust anything. I'm going to change my tactics.
Be careful what you wish for.
Hey, it's fine. Game evolves as we go on.
Yeah,
Engineering phase.
you don't know what I've got planned though.
You don't know what I can do.
Oh,
I'm
that was an
gonna-
overpower. I'm burning a result.
I don't think you passed.
I'm attempting Mystic Haze again, and that
But
better
I
pass.
think that does.
That does pass. Their engineering check passes. So, yeah, they can do engineering things like repair their shields.
Oh, you had a thing to
Recalculation.
reroll, Alex?
Recalculation.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think you succeeded
Whoa,
on that one.
I think you succeeded.
All right, so that's another 13 back to our
5%
shields.
of CPC.
Of course, we succeeded.
So that's 13, so should be 47.
47.
Yeah.
And 2 speed and 1s or 2s.
Mm-hmm. We would have to increase our power core unit to increase that, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. That gives me only that much back? Well, that sucks balls.
Someone doesn't have a good power core.
Their power core is only 200. So
Oh.
I told you this. You already got the scan on it.
I don't remember these things.
Again,
Yeah,
Was
bold of you to assume that I remember 5 minutes ago.
this is basically you can think of this as a ship that's kind of like a budget ship that got stolen and then repurposed into something.
It's basically a budget or cargo transport.
Yep, and they threw guns on it.
I'm just looking at this in disgust, like, oh God, what have they done to you?
Well, I mean,
We're just in disgust.
all right, piloting phase.
Yeah, I know you keep trying to spray pine sol on things like that. That stuff's
God,
reactive.
I am killing it, but they're evading too.
I'm
So
gonna try evading again.
they are killing their piloting checks.
Well, I mean, the least we can say is that at least we're not
It's
failing.
not better than last time.
That is true.
slowly making their way.
just 20 more, just 14
Listen,
more
it's
turns,
not my
guys.
fault. Ben keeps taking all the high rolls here.
I do not take any rolls.
I mean, I could burn a paradox to make it succeed the evade, but I'm not sure how worth it that is. But also, like I said, for Nat's thing, what else am I going to use it on?
True.
I mean, you could swap out the 9 at least.
Wait, you can use those on theirs too, right? So you can,
I
like,
can
make
use it
them
on
miss.
any time a d20 is rolled, but only to add or
Wouldn't a
subtract
9
from it.
wouldn't a 9 make it pass?
Yeah, the
I
9
don't replace it. I just add or subtract to it based on
Exactly.
what I'm giving up.
Based on the roll. So a 6 to 9 is a +3, right?
If it adds a +2 or subtracts 2 by default, if the paradox is 14 to 17, then it increases by 3. If it's 18 or higher, it increases by 4.
When the
Okay,
+3
that's
pass-
actually cool.
So
Well,
if I spend
even
the
then-
if I spend the 19, I would actually give her a +4.
Yes, but wouldn't the 9 pass it anyway?
But the 7 would, because that would that increases it by 2 by default, right?
Increase it by 1.
If I give up either of the other two, it would give her a +2, which would
Meet it.
Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah, I'll spend the 7 then. So you get a +2
Yeah,
to that roll and
exactly.
pass.
Yay, evade works.
Yeah.
Yay. So now we have a +2 to each of our defenses.
+3 because
Ooh.
He's
Mystic Haze is +1 and evade is +2.
Ah, okay.
You guys are going to
8.
become a monster. All right, well, let's begin the moving phase, in which I'm going to very much struggle to keep up with you.
Yeah, so just keep drifting, keep this side toward them.
Just like straightens out, drifts to fire, straightens out.
Drifting and strafing, yeah. And if
I
you
mean,
can keep 11 hexes away from... See, I think they can move 6.
Yep,
So keep
Yeah,
pretty sure they can't keep up.
so keep
Oh,
17
but-
hexes away from them, they get attack penalties.
and I was gonna say, but keep within the 18 so that we don't have to wait around for the torpedo.
Yeah, that too.
Oh no. Um. Hmm. Go ahead and make your move. I'm thinking about something.
Do we want to run away?
Not really.
I mean, you could.
We could,
You
but
can just keep going.
I feel like this thing's not that much of a threat. So just
Do what you want.
it's down here somewhere, down here-ish, somewhere in this range.
Good. This is what I think they're going to do.
Oh, they gonna run away now?
Yeah. They can realize the futility of the situation.
Exactly 20 hexes.
I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, oh, there's the thunder.
And the lightning.
We could
Very,
coil gun them.
Very, very, very frightening.
Yeah, we can hit them with the railgun, and the heightened magic missile will hit them next turn,
Mhm.
assuming that they don't lose the lock on. But I don't know. Do
Well,
we want to try to take them down or just let them go?
I mean, I'm fine with letting him go. I'm gonna take the one last pot shot just as the final, like, yeah, no.
Look, sometimes they don't know. All right.
Yes, and I'm sending a message.
Give them a parting shot, Mr. Dolphin.
Okay, that's good. That's good indeed.
I'm gonna laugh. It's the one that I miss. Nope.
No, you hit them. All right, so the next turn we do engineering phase, we do all that, and then the turn after they're going to continue going. And if you continue going in your direction, we don't have to worry about it. So we're
Yeah.
not going to.
Yeah, we're not gonna chase them. We could, but we're not gonna.
Let me see. I should have a spaceport somewhere in my things. Now that my plan has gone to hell, I've got to reorganize. No, no, we don't want to go to a cemetery. That'd be funny though. Okay, these are good. I need to duplicate this guy. Okay, you come on up. Because I'm gonna need you for just a second. All right, what do I have? Let me
Go to
do
the
a quick map
cemetery and
search.
encounter Bouldergeist.
Hello.
Hey,
I'm here, but I'm not here. I'm just listening in.
Okay.
No problems.
Yeah, I unfortunately have thrown up twice, so I'm probably not going to be talking much.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, but where are we at right now? What's going on? If someone could just fill me in on your side of this
We're
version.
on the way to the port of New Vegas to drop off the stowaway kid that
And
we
we have
found on the ship.
and we have just finished chasing off an aggressor.
Yes,
Okay, cool.
a ship
They
accosted us,
underestimated their ability versus you.
and they ran away because we didn't think it was worth chasing them.
Cool.
And now we have continued on our way to the spaceport.
Which I don't have a ton of options for, which is unfortunate. However, there is one I do have that is a good old standby. You get told to go into docking bay 94. As soon as I can drag it up my list here. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, cool. Let me double check this page before I do anything. Good. We need to delete those. Yeah, those don't need to be here. Wait. I can salvage one of these actually.
What is this? Asset reuse? I can't believe it.
Not plagiarized, at least.
Not plagiarized. Well, much like that boulder that chased us out of that temple.
Legally distinct.
Legally distinct. Definitely didn't have property of Paramount on it.
And we're gonna put that on the GM layer for now. Perfect. All right, let's do this. First things first, I'm gonna move you over here. Oh, look at that docking bay.
Never seen it before.
Nope, not at
Never
all.
That's what
ever.
she said.
What?
Look at that docking bay. Oh well, that's what
All
you
right.
said. My fault.
I put the stowaway onto the board. Go ahead and put yourselves onto the board, whoever is here.
Yeah, I guess I would go.
Mm. Yeah, this looks familiar, but awesome.
Yeah, I feel and yeah, vague memories of stories I've heard. And definitely didn't hear about any guy that decided to sprint headfirst through some doors.
No
Got
one would do,
himself in and got himself in a really shit situation.
who would do that.
I don't know, but I think it was a drug addict.
Most likely. So, this guy.
Sounds like a nuisance.
Okay. Let me double check this one. I don't need this. And everyone else is good on this map. Yep, perfect. Just what I wanted. Excellent. So here we go. Yeah, you guys start wandering through. I'm gonna have Lilith come up this way with Belderan.
Mm-hmm.
Took me a second, but I got there. Wait. Okay. Fuck. Can't remember his voice, but I'm not good at voices. So you're gonna hear a voice coming from apparently nowhere go, well.
Yeah.
No. Well, I'm glad to see that you are about to drop this person off. However, I'd like to talk to you about that. Then I'm going to put this token on the board.
Oh.
Oh
God.
dear, dear Lord.
Oh God, it's Tickle.
Oh,
You don't know who this is. None of you have met this person before.
And
I know who it is. My auntie's
I know who it is,
warned
but
him.
I'm sick.
I've heard stories about this guy, and I've seen posters of him.
Polgara has warned me about this person. He says this is someone you absolutely must use a frying pan against. So I'm just gonna pull out the frying pan.
He holds up his hands. Hold on.
So
That's only when I start doing things.
So would you say it's Panifest Destiny?
I wonder if he even would he recognize the frying pan?
He's like, "Where'd you pick that up?"
His face is imprinted on it. Of course he would.
My aunt gave it to me.
He makes the connection. Goes, ah, okay.
does Lilith recognize who this is?
She's like, I don't know who he is.
Excuse us, but do you have business?
I do. And he goes, I believe I have business with you all now, since you picked up this wayward soul from my flock.
Oh, don't know.
God.
So you're
Yeah,
the one?
I'm the one what?
Yeah, that's definitely Tickle.
In charge of whatever group cult. I think I heard the word thrown around.
Now, look, cult's a strong word.
Is it an incorrect word?
It's definitely a cult.
No, religion.
Cult.
Religion and there's a very thin line between religion and cult.
Which I believe I do not cross.
I'm not actively participating, but Tickle does hear from the ship. F this says hi.
Yeah,
And
I'm sure.
he goes, look, I have a proposal for all of you.
No, I'm not going to marry you.
Ow, ow, ow.
I'm just gonna hit.
He looks slightly disappointed and goes, man, I
I'm
didn't
just
think I'd get rejected before making a move.
I'm hitting Jack with the frying pan for that comment.
Jack makes no move to dodge.
He looks over to Cyphrix and goes, man, I knew a cat once. He was my roommate. He was a cool dude.
I'm not a cat.
You look like a cat.
People keep saying that to me.
Have you looked in a mirror?
No, why?
And Tickle goes, well, I think there's a way better place we can have this conversation than standing in the middle of a warehouse, or a dock. I know this great place. You'll love it.
Hi, Valerie.
You're not nowhere near Valerie. What are you
I
talking
don't
about?
know. I don't know. I got into the cat treats. Dudley's delirious.
Oh, well.
How did we get back to Hasengan?
Well, I don't imagine I discern anything with that.
Not really. He goes, they have great rum. You look like a rum man.
And which way will we be going?
He's like, follow me. I've only been here once. Maybe half a time. I know exactly where it is.
I guess I probably don't pick up much from that.
It depends. What is his bluff? He doesn't have that great of a bluff check, actually.
He was not
I
known
don't
for
remember him being a bluffer.
He was not
Never
known for
really-
his
he never
lies.
really-
No, he
Never
was
really lied.
he was pretty on the nose. He was pretty squared away in that sense. Yeah.
Makes it easier. He never really lied to people.
He was a maniac, but he was honest about it.
Or if he tried lying, he was very bad at it.
Yeah, he never really lied about things.
No reason to.
There were a few times
Why
where
are
he
you
tried.
are you bluffing right now?
Hell no, he's not. He legit has a proposal for you.
No, about the rum thing.
It was a no. It would be a counter to the sense motive check that we did.
All right, he goes and takes you to this really shady looking bar.
Called Paizo Publishing 2017.
Ooh, my gosh.
This isn't Yeah, you're
It's a
right.
good
It
year.
is from them. It's a great year, great vintage.
I didn't
But
realize that
I didn't plagiarize it. I'm just using it.
didn't realize that
Slightly
they
different.
didn't realize they aged rum like that.
And
I mean,
he sets Lilith off to the side and gets her some juice, or what you think might be juice.
Yeah, should one of us be sitting with her just in case?
We can monitor her.
yes, Beltran, please.
The first drink that comes over is suspiciously not juice.
Can I do? Is there like a roll I can do to figure out?
I imagine it would be pretty obvious to tell whether it's alcoholic or not.
Yeah.
Can I do a sense
it-
alcohol?
Sense alcohol.
No, I'm in more to check what the girl's drinking.
I mean, you could just take it before she gets it and look at it.
Yeah.
Since Everclear.
No, it's a martini.
Mm,
I'm just gonna take that from her and just be like, yeah, nah, you're too young to be drinking that.
yeah. So get her
But Tickle ordered it.
get her an actual juice or water or something like that.
I'm gonna order a juice.
Yep. And Tickle's like, man, I knew I should put the gin and juice option
And
there.
I'm also just gonna throw the frying pan at Tickle for buying
It
alcohol for a minor.
It bounces off of him. And he just goes, well, hadn't felt that in a while. Man, I thought she was a martini person.
She's a minor.
So?
And
Shut up, Tickle 2.
Some things never change.
You think
He
Tickle
said
wouldn't?
minors, not minors.
And then he gets hit with a slipper when he says float.
He's like, oh, good. This brings back memories.
I'm surprised you still have any after getting hit so many times.
Look, I'll have you know,
kinda
I've been
does.
sober.
that is true.
I have kicked all the hard drugs.
What about the not hard drugs?
I've dipped into alcohol. Again.
I can't really blame you for that one. I'd be a bit of a hypocrite.
He's like, you see my type of man. Now look, I have a bit of a problem.
A drinking problem.
I have
No,
another problem.
No, there's no problem. I enjoy drinking. That is not an issue.
I'm actually pretty good at it.
I don't have a problem with it. Yeah.
But he goes, look. So turns out some of the flock are not exactly on the same page.
How so?
Look, you keep one demonology book around, and all of a sudden people get weird ideas. All right, we're just gonna leave it at that.
It sounds pretty understandable to me.
Given what I know about you, I'd figured that you would keep away from that stuff as like you to a non-alcoholic drink.
Look, there is this one spear I really wanted to get. Okay.
Wasn't it a scythe?
Trident.
It was a
You hear from
trident.
the ship.
Look, now all the memories are there. All right, it was some weapon. I'm looking for it.
Some of them got left
Anyway.
behind on the frying pan.
Look, anyway, so I had a demonology book around. Some people got a glimpse of it, and all of a sudden, one thing leads to another, and now you have,
Cthulhu?
minor demon summoning.
Wait. I'm confused. Minor demon summoning or demon summoning minors?
Can I shut off the comms that Dudley's on?
I mean, if you wanted to.
It's just that the word minor there is ambiguous. We are dealing with Lilith right now, who is the name of a demon.
Fair, actually.
Yeah, but Jack doesn't know that.
Depends how much he knows about demons.
Well, is Lilith a demon in this universe?
Doesn't appear to be so.
Or just...
Yeah, most demons don't appear to be. They're not just like, but I'm a fucking demon. This isn't Dogma.
Well, okay, it makes sense that you know because you're Dudley's from Earth and he knows about
Demons.
Yeah, or Diablo.
He's like, look, she was not really randomly adopted. Forcibly adopted is more of the term they used.
So
When I
kidnapped.
inquired about this. Well, kidnapping is a hard term. I don't really like that term.
Not many other ways to cut forcible adoption.
There seems to be a few words that you're not a fan of, sir.
Like closing time at a bar? Yes. Or last call. That's the particular one I don't like. Anyway. So, forcibly adopted, because, we're in public here. So, I'm cleaning it up, because, you can't really let the demon summoning thing go too far. One minor demon's a funny, but, after the 10th one, it kind of gets old. However, apparently they think she's some sort of important thing. So, I'm in a bit of a bind here. And, she's already used to your ship. So, if I can get you to drop her off somewhere, it's on your way. I got some people waiting. Simple.
On our way where?
Well, aren't you heading to... Where were you heading? Fuck.
The Diaspora?
Weren't you heading for the Diaspora anyway?
How did you know that?
I don't know. What are you talking about? That's not where we're going.
He's like, you have a symbol of Besmara. I assumed you're a pirate.
Well, sure, but there's pirates all over.
Yeah, we could just
Yes,
we could just
but
be wandering.
The diaspora is particularly a haven for pirates, so I figured that's where you're going. That
Only
and, I've been listening once in a while to some things. But anyway, no big deal.
Oh, well, we're going to be doing something about that when we return to the ship.
Oh, not you guys. Don't worry about that. I've been listening on your conversations.
We're the only ones who could be having conversations on the ship that you could be listening to.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Mr. Heisner, please perform a thorough search of the vessel when we return.
We believe we may already have an idea of who the leak may be. Head slowly turning towards Cypher.
That's it. That's it. I'm putting firewalls up on chat sites.
He's like, look, that cat can really play video games, is what I'm saying. I might have tuned into one or two streams and maybe donated.
I imagine that Cyphrix is literally sitting here in the pub streaming Super Mario 64 speedruns.
Oh, I told Ken like at the beginning of the campaign that he is streaming pretty much 24/7. Yeah.
In fact, Tickle pulls up the stream and he's like, look, it's an IRL stream now.
Is it even legal to stream in a place like this?
Yeah.
Do you think that Cyphrix cares about the legality of the situation?
Yeah, that cat's getting its firmware updated.
If it even remains on the ship after this.
It's like, relax. I only tuned into the gameplay. Anyway, it wasn't you. Like I said, it wasn't you I'm tracking. It's people looking at you that I'm tracking.
Who's looking at us? Aside from
Oh,
whoever's viewing the cat's stream.
well, I mean, only the pirate lords, but who cares about them?
Sorry, come again?
Oh, pirate lords? Those guys. Yeah.
Why are they watching us?
That does make some amount of sense. They also attacked us recently.
I mean, yeah, but there was only one of them, and not even the main part of their fleet. It was just kind of a throwaway vessel. And I mean,
Well,
we did hear a
I
little
don't
bit
know.
from her about it. Jack specifically doesn't give the name.
Yeah, he's like, look, I don't know who you're, but they've been keeping tabs on you. I keep tabs on them.
Huh.
Look, it's one of these things. Look, it's very simple. I pay you. You go drop the girl off into more capable hands and not venture into space. It's pretty easy. A to B.
And you're sure this isn't going to turn into A to B to C to D to E?
Look. Unless you like her, and then it can be.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Heisner has threatened to kill her multiple times already, so I doubt that will be happening.
I see.
And
Usually my first reaction to children too, so I kind of understand.
Well, and like you said, we've got places to get to.
Mm-hmm. The
Yeah, the diaspora
is not a place for a child, as I would well know.
It's like, what do you mean? I took a group of people there for vacation. and a school trip.
Did a school bus happen to be involved? Particularly magic one?
Look, we painted the ship yellow if that's what you want.
The
I am
driver had
judging
frizzy
you.
red hair?
No, it was bald.
Just know that I'm judging you right now.
Look, the kids had a great time there, is all I'm saying.
There is a theme park, so I can't blame them for having fun.
Oh, there was a theme park?
Yeah.
Which Diaspora did you go to?
Not the theme park. Might
You're a-
have to update my Diaspora information.
Your dubious actions aside,
They made a movie.
It is-
They made a movie based on one of the rides.
Ah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know anything about that. But
Oh,
anyway,
wait, were there a lot of beggars and swindlers at your Diaspora?
look, the kids learned valuable life lessons.
No,
only
that's
one of them-
Diaspia. That's different.
All right, I'm not bringing that up.
It took me a second.
I literally avoiding that at all possible points.
But was it funny?
Yes.
He goes, look, only one of the kids was maybe mugged.
maybe?
Tips must have been slow.
Look,
Sorry.
life lessons. Sometimes you just gotta learn them the hard way.
How do you maybe get mugged?
Well, I mean, their money was gone, but maybe they gave it to them
Okay.
of their own volition.
Dubious life choices aside, where are we taking the kid and what are you going to pay us to do it?
Well, look here. Don't worry about the money.
That's
Well,
literally
that's
all
literally
I
the
worry
prime-
about
yeah.
aside from alcohol.
You literally offered.
Oh, you're one of the detail people. Fuck. Now I've got to actually figure out the money. Ugh. That's what
Yeah,
I
it's all-
hire assistants for.
This is the point where Jack would usually threaten him, but Jack's pretty sure that's not a good idea.
Yeah, maybe don't threaten the cult leader, boss.
Did we get paid last time? No, we didn't, right?
I'd see you like slowly reaching for your gun. I'm like, boss, no, please.
He goes, look. I can get you 10K each. That sound good? And if she's in good condition, maybe a bonus. Who knows?
What are we quantifying as good condition?
Well, the people there will determine what good condition is. I don't really judge children too closely.
If she is
Anyone
within
abusing a
okay, then she
child?
will be. If she is within okay, then she will be in good condition.
Right. He looks. He's like, I guess so. Yeah. But anyway, all you gotta do. I'm gonna give you go from here, New Vegas to. I'm going to name the
Like, you
next
gotta,
planet.
got a slingshot around slightly newer Vegas.
Look, I need you to go to Xander 20, okay?
New Los Angeles.
New
I just
No,
escaped from-
we're not playing Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Look, once you escape from LA,
Or not.
you can go to Xander 20. All right. I heard news Los Angeles is a dump anyway. You don't want to go there.
Yeah, it's old new Los Angeles. That's a good one.
Exactly.
I do have a question for you.
Yes.
What do you know about the Pirate Lords?
Oh.
And why they would be watching us?
Well, apparently they want you dead.
They want me dead?
Yes.
And say I'm surprised, Captain.
I guess that seems pretty appropriate based on what we were told, but it's still a little shocking to hear. I'm not really sure what I did to anger them.
I'm not sure if you did actually anything to them at the current moment.
Do you happen to know their whereabouts?
Well, most of them hang around the diaspora right now.
Are there any away from the diaspora? Or are they all just staying near there at the time?
The last time I saw them. Look, all I know is that they don't like you.
I think we've heard that one loud and clear.
Mm-hmm. And he goes, now, is it a deal?
Hi, we'll take the kids, and you can
Excellent.
actually keep the bonus as a thank you for the information.
Oh, don't worry, the information's free.
Well, we thank you anyway.
He looks to Karina, unless Karina wants to come and join me for some fun adventures. She looks like she'd be
No.
fun to hang out with. It's like, huh? No?
Out of character,
No.
I'm surprised Karina would have even come with us.
I debated saying,
Free booze.
Well, it is a dark and like, is it a dank bar also, or?
Well, just kind of your
Yeah,
normal.
this bar's pretty dank, man.
He goes, look, I figured, you needed a place to belong, and I have plenty of places you can belong. Just saying, if you're ever looking for something, keep an open mind.
Karina's just gonna stare at him.
He goes, you remind me of somebody.
I can imagine your answer, but you are welcome to come and go as you please. You are not beholden to us in any fashion, if you wish to go, Karina.
No.
I'm always recruiting.
That is what I expected.
I kind of figured you look like the. Oh, I'm not actually going to say loyal type. I just think you're comfortable.
Mm,
Just saying, you look like you're.
I have a
I,
lab. I'm good.
hmm. Anyway, that's
So,
cool.
uh, send us the
He's like,
coordinates for where we're going, and we'll be on our way, I suppose.
well, I mean, what's the rush?
Pickle's got a laugh.
Well, we were landing here originally to drop her off.
Stay a bit. Have fun.
I'm personally, Captain, I'm fine without fun. At least in present company.
He looks at he kind of like barely tries to conceal this, but he goes, "Your second in command's kind of a stick in the mud." He reminds me of some other person I once knew. Also, not very fun.
Fun is overrated.
He looks to you. He's like, fun is everything.
Based on your brand of fun, it tends to have led you and your friends into danger.
Now, in my mind, I just picture Lucian as Grumpy Cat. I had fun once. It was awful.
Lucian hasn't had fun.
No, based on his backstory, he hasn't. His backstory is actually quite depressing.
It is.
Yeah, a little bit.
He looks. He's like, look, drinks are on me tonight. Stay and party, then you can fly off.
I don't know.
Are you really gonna turn down free drinks?
We have drinks on the ship that are already paid for, so they're just the same as free.
But-
That's how it works, right?
Yeah, I keep finding your cask in a different place every single day, Captain.
It's not even the same one. It's just a different one every day.
Where the hell do you keep putting them all?
I drink a lot.
You see, I anticipated this, and there's a cask that gets brought over and put onto the table, and he's like, "Look, I got this here, and this needs to go by tomorrow morning. So, and it's not leaving the top of this table till it's empty." Look, even the kid can have some.
No,
Why not?
she's not of age.
Age? There's a limit to drinking?
I'm throwing the other slipper at him.
Look, I started early and often, and look where I am now.
Not
Just
exactly a shining beacon of responsibility.
Well, responsibility's slightly overrated.
I've heard that you gave my aunt many headaches with her having to babysit you because of the freaking drug
What?
binges. Multiple drug binges.
That was just in the experimental phase.
And there was the time that you ran ahead like an idiot and she had to chase after you to make sure you didn't freaking die.
Which one?
You ran ahead to like the front of the ship.
Oh, that time.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
I'm just gonna glare.
Tickle is going to die by death of 1,000 slippers, isn't he?
Don't make me summon Auntie Palgara.
Bunkai.
Because I could probably do that.
He's like, look, there's no need to bother her. I tried to get her to come help me with my religion, and she said no. And then I just left.
I mean, why would she? She's got a clinic.
I mean, she could run a clinic with my religion. I mean, there's nothing
No.
stopping her. But she said no. And then some stick in the mud decided, I can't have it in the city anymore, so I had to leave.
Your religious members were starting fires.
They were just illuminating the streets. Okay?
They
Not
were
a big
illuminating.
deal.
They were illuminating trees with fire.
Yeah, wood, fire, they go together. What do you mean?
I am beginning to deeply regret all the choices that I have ever made in my life.
You're not at that stage yet, trust me. You've got a bit more mistakes to go. But look, once you get over that hill, it's smooth sailing all the way back down. Trust me.
Any of you that wishes to remain here and drink is welcome to. The rest of you, please escort Lilith back to the ship.
I'm just gonna take Lilith back to the ship before.
Me too.
Look, Lilith needs to grow up sometime. Just
Most
saying.
taste.
I'm gonna throw the frying pan at him again.
Look, after the thousandth time that's happened, you kind of get used to it. All right.
Develop an immunity.
I don't think that's possible.
No.
You see, the key is subtle movements when she's hitting you. He says, you move just slightly to lessen the blow every time, and that way, you kind of slip it like boxing. And that way you avoid the concussions.
God, imagine if I could increase the size of it before it hits him. I don't have that ability, but it'll be funny.
Reminds
Well, you
me.
could.
It reminds me of fan fiction I read, which is a great way to start a sentence. Always, there's never a terrible way that sentence can go.
Never. There's never a terrible decision when
But
that's happened.
it was a guy had a really big sword, but he could control the weight of it, so he made
Yeah.
it really light when swinging, so that he would swing it faster, and then right before hitting, he would like bump up the weight to like 1,000 tons the instant it hit, or something like that, so that it would have like the maximum force impact, which was really cool.
Wouldn't you want to increase the weight on the way down, though? That way it gains more momentum.
Not if you're swinging it horizontally.
Yeah, but you wouldn't really
Like
have much
horizontal.
control
Yeah,
over it.
it's about being able
No,
to also, being able to move across the field while carrying it.
well, what I'm saying is you move when it's light, and then when you're like on the downswing, you keep it heavy, and then you keep that momentum.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but then it increases the speed from after the blow with the lighter sword.
Mm.
So you could theoretically have it slip out of your hands with how fast and light it is.
It's a fan fiction. Who the fuck cares?
We're talking about fan fiction. We're bringing
We're
physics
talking
into
about
it.
someone who's holding a 1,000-ton sword for even a microsecond, as if his arms wouldn't immediately be ripped.
Yeah, well.
Well, no, he's changing the weight of it to be
Yeah, I don't care.
featherweight.
I don't care if it's 1,000 tons. Your arms just go down. You're off your body. There's no way you're holding that.
Look, it's fan fiction. They've got the power of God and anime on their side.
Anime
They
specifically.
They would definitely need to. Good lord.
Not so much the God part, but definitely the anime.
So Tickle's like, so who's actually sticking around to help me drink this?
Nope.
You're just like that other guy I mentioned. No fun. Live a
No,
little.
I can have fun, just not like this.
I'm going to cast Augury.
Ooh.
Because I want to know how bad of a decision this is.
Drinking with
Probably a
Tickle.
bad one.
It's not the worst decision you'll ever make in your life.
There's the whole thing again if you need to read it.
Bring good results, woe for bad results.
80% chance to receive a meaningful reply.
All right, we need to roll a D100 then, don't we? High and low.
High.
Wow.
And you really have a bad curse.
It's actually supposed to be a secret roll, but
I don't care.
yeah.
I roll everything in front of you.
Yeah.
We didn't last time for that reason.
I think he actually did do a secret roll. Because he
That's
had
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, I
'cause he-
did.
yeah,
I
you
rolled
roll-
it on the
Because
table.
you rolled it in person. That's right.
I rolled physical dice last time. Oh well, doesn't matter.
Um,
Anyway,
Well, yeah, because we're not supposed to know what the outcome is.
yeah, I'm not supposed to know if
true.
it's a meaningful reply or just nothing.
Oh, you're right. Let me fix that problem then. We can ignore that roll.
I'll still go high.
Sounds good. Okay. Let me see. It is woe. Woe. Oh, wheel and woe for both. Oh, wheel and woe.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Jack will stick around and drink.
he's like, yes. Any other takers?
I've got repairs and diagnostics to check.
He looks at Karina. Come on, Karina. Live a little.
I'll stay here, but no promises.
You know what? That's fine. And the rest of you, I'm assuming, are going back to the ship.
Mr. Heisner, will you be remaining?
Oh right, I've also gotta prepare for that as well.
But anyway. So, to whoever's staying, he starts breaking out the mugs, passing one to Jack, starts handing one to Karina.
I'll take it.
Nice. Not saying you have to get hammered.
Oh yeah, no, not happening ever. But I'll take one.
Yep. And you see your other random people walk up and he starts passing out mugs as well. He's like, look, this bar is going to be rocking. And you see him like have two at the same time.
If the conversation had gone different, Jack might challenge him to a drinking contest, but he's kind of not in the mood.
The whole pirate lord thing getting to you.
No, just kind of the whole sociopath thing getting to me.
Look, I think Tickle just is a very self-interested individual.
Not all the time.
I'd say that's accurate, though.
I don't think he was out of character at all.
No, that's the problem.
Look, even down to the, ordering a drink for a child. He would totally do that. 100%.
Self-interested to a debilitating degree, yes.
Oh, he helped plenty of people.
Emphasis on the debilitating.
He fixed most of those. He does not do drugs anymore. Alcohol.
Yes, he just drinks copious amounts of alcohol.
Not all the time, though.
Yeah, only on days ending in Y.
No, he's not a drunkard. Remember, Tickle went straight.
He can control himself.
Great to liver failure.
No, no. At the end of the last campaign, he was very self-controlled.
Yeah.
Also, his
Self-control-
liver is made of iron.
Also, yes, with his fortitude and like the things he probably took, this man could eat everything and then drink anything and live.
True.
I'm not even sure what feats this man took, but I'm pretty sure he could survive most things.
He can literally survive, I think, in Loki in a vacuum. I think
Interesting.
Tickle is Tickle is like a cockroach. If a planet exploded, as long as it didn't smush him, he'd just float to the next one.
Tickle, that's probably one of the most accurate things you've said. Tickle is like a cockroach.
Yeah.
No, he built him the last. I remember that in the campaign.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And yet he
340
still almost died a
years.
few times.
Yeah.
That's true. But it took me a while to get there.
Yeah, I think he had the most near-death experiences before I did.
Well, you were always ranged. I barely ever got to you.
There were 2 times where I was dangerously close.
I think I had to work especially hard to make those 2 times happen.
Well, no, one of those times was literally a crit.
That too.
And there were like 7 guys that were shooting at everybody.
That was amazing. But anyway, yeah, you guys party all night, and the wheel and the woe of it is that you had a great time, right? There might have been a minor bar fight.
Did the man in the back say
Karina would have
everyone
been part of
attack?
it.
Of course, Kreen is a part of it. I think Karina just hung around to go into a bar fight.
100%. She needs to get her anger out somehow, you know?
And at one point, you're back to back with Tickle as he's taking on like 5 people in front of him. Because that's what he normally would do.
Sounds about right.
That sounds like Tickle. He would take the
Yeah.
most people on at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that for fact. It's
But,
literally happened.
Number of
And-
times I had to waste spells healing him when I could have just been doing Mind
How
Frost.
is that wasting spells? Healing the
Mind
party.
any spell that isn't Mind Frost is a waste.
You're
That's
speaking
the
to a
true FF14 healer mentality.
I was gonna say you're saying that to a jaded white mage.
If I'm not casting Holy or Glare, then what am I doing?
Healing
Well,
is a
people are getting
DPS
hit.
loss.
Healing is a DPS loss.
Except when you're getting the blood lilies.
Well,
Because
then
then
that's why I'm like a healer's best friend as the tank. I constantly give you reasons to get Blood Lily. Oh, goodness. I need to prog more M6 tomorrow.
I still haven't resubbed, which Nat keeps reminding me to do.
yes, I can freaking start remodeling the house.
Yeah.
Cause and
The
I need
story.
help with that. I need storage.
I'm really liking the Dontrell story so far. So I think you'll enjoy it.
And auto demolition is resuming soon for
Yeah, you
the
might want to get
NA
on that.
servers.
Well, I own a house, so as long as
As long as Nat goes in the house once every 90 days or so, I think it is.
And I went in
Yeah.
probably about a couple of weeks ago.
You were in there a couple of weeks ago because you were talking about because you were checking out the remodeling stuff. So
yeah.
So we're gonna move over here after that wonderful night, and she's just kind of like, so where do you want me to stay?
She could stay in my bed since I don't really use it.
you can continue staying in the same room as Belladran and Karina.
Does it have to be locked? Because Mr. Lucian said that it had to be locked at all times.
It no longer is required.
I was gonna say as long as you're not looking to bust into any places that you shouldn't be.
Yeah, you
that
just
should be
just
fine.
don't go around stealing anything. And
I
Why
mean,
would-
I don't think that's a good thing to say to a child, per se.
Why would I
Like,
steal?
don't go snooping around.
you literally were stealing the whole time that you were on the ship until we found you.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I understand now. But I mean, didn't you grow? I don't know if you grew up having to steal or not. This is kind of just a survival thing.
I did, but as long as people are actually providing for me, I didn't have to steal. And we will be providing for you
Oh,
on the way to wherever we're dropping you off.
got it. Don't steal.
Now, if we stop somewhere along the way
Mm-hmm.
and you see something to steal, ask first.
And you won't get caught.
Ask me about it
Ask
first.
before.
I wouldn't even
Okay.
ask. Just make sure you don't get caught.
Well, I want her to ask me because I might realize that it's a horrible idea to even attempt and could get us all in trouble. Like stealing a
She's
relic
like,
from a museum or something. That could cause a lot of
wait,
problems. If you're just
You only
stealing a
wait.
bit
get
of food
caught.
from a store, like you said, that's just survival. Or like
Uh,
don't don't go
I
around
kind of like
stealing like
I kind of like what she said better.
Just don't get caught.
She's looking up to you with like the brightest like admiration eyes possible.
This affair has made us late for tea.
What's T?
the letter after S.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I semi learned my letters.
Come along and you will find out.
Okay.
You know, Lucian's just gonna have her make tea.
Yeah, and Lucian, we also need to look into your friend and his streaming habits.
Yes, please.
We wouldn't suggest it. The stream is vile.
Well,
No, it's ceasing said activities.
please adjust the ship's internet so that Cypherx can no longer continue. Disable it if necessary.
I mean, actually, he wouldn't. Sure. I don't know if you really know what you're asking for, but okay.
I wonder what repercussions will come from this.
I would suggest not turning that off and just having someone watch it, and I will literally turn the Wi-Fi off if he starts saying shit. It just went down, you know?
You're gonna activate the lag switch.
Yep, literally.
It's already installed. He has multiple.
Right, but Karina would have control over this one.
Yep.
It's not just a lag switch, it's an off switch.
Liv will go help make tea.
Actually, does Cypherx even need to use the ship's Wi-Fi? Does he have his own internet connection internally?
I will just shut the power down.
I
think-
don't think he would.
No, yeah, I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he has the capability to broadcast to the universe.
He could be a mobile hotspot. My phone is a mobile hotspot right now. He was streaming from the bar.
Yes, and that's on a planet where there's like towers and signals and things to bounce off of.
I actually know he would. It would probably be running off of either the ship's computer or Lucian's, or both,
If he's on the ship's
or his
computer,
own
he's
internal.
disconnected. I can tell you that much.
So yeah, so you have a few days of, you're just gonna hang out for a few days. It'll take about a couple weeks to get there. You might have to make one layover just to kind of like,
Restock
restock on
food,
fuel.
fuel the ship.
Yeah. And she'll do her part. She starts learning how to clean, make tea and stuff. Apparently, although I don't know why you want to drink tea. That leaf water.
Because it's
Ah.
delicious.
Hot leaf juice. I can't believe someone in my own family called it hot leaf juice.
Hold on, I need the better version. Give me 1 second. I need this for later. Let me search this real quick and then I'll put it in the chat. All right, I got it. This is what I want. That I love Ted Lasso so much. Anyway, but yeah. Ooh.
Good until season 3.
I like season 3. It was okay.
Yeah. It was a 45-minute episode where nothing happened.
It set things up.
Not really.
How do you do nothing for 45 minutes?
It's called spinning your wheels, and the problem that you had was already solved.
Ah, I see.
But yeah, so okay. So yeah, you guys get on over. You'll get over to the next area. And is there anything you guys want to do before next session in stocking?
I'm grabbing UBPs or UPBs.
Did we get paid ahead of
Not
time,
yet.
or okay?
Not yet. Anything you wish to do in the town?
When is our level up?
It'll be after next session.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta say, we're doing something about that cat live streaming.
Yes.
Karina is monitoring the situation.
Yeah. Karina said she would be watching it and basically turn it off if there is anything dangerous being broadcast that would get us, let people know about us.
Right, but I also mean off or like for extra vehicular activities, or
Huh?
they basically when we're not on the ship as well.
Could probably do like a jammer situation where he can't get a signal out.
Yeah, because as we found out, that cat was apparently doing an IRL stream in the bar that we were in. Which I'm ever more glad that he was sitting on a table away from us.
Mhm. Yep, just there got the child.
I think we
Yeah.
might have turned off Alex's internet by accident.
Oh, I said jammer, and then suddenly,
Oh no, Lucian, no!
But all right. Well, we're gonna finish up a little early this week. So unfortunate, but you know, not everything goes to plan all the time. And only got about 20 minutes left, so we're gonna call it here for this week. And then we'll have a super exciting session next week.
Ooh.
That works, because it's a little tornado warning over here.
This sounds like a plan. It sounds like your
Alright.
internet is about to go anyway.
I had
I'm
to switch to
gonna,
my other mic.
I'm gonna head off.
Yep. It's
Alright.
good time. Sorry about that short session, but I'm just kind of how it flew by.
It's fine.
I mean, it would have been longer if we had kept the battle up more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I also made the decision that, you know, not all enemies are suicidal.
Not
So-
yet, anyway.
Well,
Why
some of them will
not?
be.
Give them time.
Yep.
Anyway, I'll see you guys next week.
See
Have a good
everyone
one,
Nat.
next week.
Later, Nat.
Ugh.